Hello friends, and welcome back to another episode of my Pokemon Black 2 Nuzlocke. Let's just take a look at what's going down here. Oh, okay, I remember what's going on. This is going to be part 2, I think, part 2 of the resurgence of the run, basically. If you haven't watched all the episodes, basically as a quick recap, my entire original lineup got put into the dumpster by a series of unfortunate events and a bit of carelessness on my part. Well, a lot of carelessness on my part. So at the moment, this is going to be a bit of a grind fest, trying to get all of my the current team members up to around level 35 before we move on. Just because I think that's around a safe range where I don't have to worry too much about dying anymore. So first up on the list is going to be Frank the Ducklet. This guy's probably going to be the star of this episode and maybe the next even. Let's take a look here. So actually, this is the thing. I don't know if the trainer resets on Pokemon Center or he resets on just entering and exiting this area. Because if he resets just by entering and exiting this area, I should actually just keep fighting him over and over again to get all my experience up. I'll show you what I mean right now. Let me just finish up this Combi here. Come on, alright. I need to practice more. Okay, be my opponent. Great. So we're gonna take this guy down. This is like one of those. I don't know if this is a bug or this is like intended, but this trainer will just fight me over and over again for like forever, basically. Like he'll never stop fighting me. So we're going to let's see how much Air Slash does here. How much does this do now? All right, that's a respectable amount. What about this? That's also a respectable amount. Good job, Frank. All right, come on, don't do me dirty like this, dude. Yeah, the only thing I don't like about this is that, holy shit, are you serious? I missed a 95% accurate move. I mean, I suppose it's fitting, given what's been going on down this run. Yeah, the only thing I don't like about this is that this thing keeps on detecting like this, basically just wasting time. Like, I just want to level them faster, you know, like, I can't imagine that this is, holy shit, dude, this Tranquil has crit me 4 times, I'm just gonna heal him up, because I can't afford to lose any more members. I'm out of the reserve, even. I believe that this is, this group of, this ragtag bunch is what's going to carry me through until the end of the run, basically. Well, that's not true. Some of them are definitely getting replaced. Is this thing serious? Like, why is it doing this? Okay, so it's just really annoying, basically. Like, all I need to do is hit 2 air slashes in a row, and it will die. But, I don't know why it's so difficult. Like, I don't know why this this Tranquil just has to make things harder than it needs to be. Alright, finally. Thank goodness, God. That might have been more trouble than it was worth. I mean, 762 experience is definitely respectable. I feel like that's probably worthwhile. Oh, my attack is higher now. I didn't even notice that. Okay. Let's continue on here. I believe Air Slash is just a stronger move, right? Do I have a button that lets me see? No, I don't. Okay. Let's just go with Air Slash here. Sure, fake out, no problem, no problem. I think Frank actually evolves very shortly, like either at 30 or just really, really soon after 30. So I'm looking forward to that. I think that that's going to, it's going to be a big boost in the power level of my party here. Alright, not too bad. Lipard's down, right? Yeah, good. Good stuff, good stuff. Well done, Frank. Yeah, this is way more efficient. Alright, sorry about that. My mother came in here. Yeah, I still live with my mom. I'm a young guy, you know, can't afford living costs in Vancouver. But yeah, hopefully that dead space wasn't too disruptive there. I think I got the mute on in time, hopefully. Why am I fighting with Frank again? Oh, I shouldn't be, that's right. Okay, I wanted to test something here. Let's see how this goes. Just give me a moment. I guess Zorua would be good. We'll try Zoroark first. we'll exit out and then come back in and see if that trainer will fight me. I hope he will. Oh, he will. Oh my goodness, this is a new revelation. Okay, this is how we're going to level up our team. So we're going to just grind this trainer out, basically. Like, each Pokemon is just going to try and take down all these guys. And, yeah, we'll just... Oh, right. That's right. It's fucking Zoro. I always get confused that I see Cheryl out and I just feel like it isn't supposed to be Cheryl. Yeah. Okay, still half. Not bad, Cheryl. Not bad. So this should do very little. Holy shit. Of course he crits me. This Tranquil has... I don't understand why this happens. Oh, it's because I transformed. Oh, I get it. Okay, I need to keep this in mind. Whenever I transform back, like, normally whatever move you selected will be the one that your cursor is on, right? So I pressed Snarl last turn, so Snarl should work again this turn. But because I transformed, maybe I'll just heal up. Yeah, I'll heal up. Yeah, but because I transformed back into, like, Zoro's shape, it reset my, like, where my cursor was. So I ended up pressing Fury Swipes instead of Snarl, which is why, like, I was in danger there. I did this twice already, I just didn't know that that would happen again. Okay. Alright, stop. Come on, man. This Tranquil is actually so annoying. Like, I even think it might be more trouble than it's worth, but... Like, this is definitely faster than grinding wild Pokemon because it's a 2-hit KO, so it's not actually that big of a deal. Yeah, that's the amount that it should be doing. But because of the crit, it was putting me in the ground there, doing me dirty, as you would say. Alright, let's send out Bambino here with Young Jump Kick. Yeah, so this is probably the way we're going to efficiently level everything, because this is really easy. This is like really, it's really fast because the experience gain is so high. Alright, yeah, flinch, no problem. Okay, sure, Torment, no big deal. I believe Jump Kick last time did like 80%, like almost one-shot him. Yeah. That's a good amount there. I like that. Let's Feint Attack it. Feint Attack should definitely be able to kill, right? Like, you're not that weak, are you? Come on. Yeah, good job, Bambino. Well done. Useful crit. Okay, level 27. Good shit. Holy shit, 3 HP gain. Interesting. Alright, so we're gonna go heal. This changes everything. I can't believe I was fucking grinding the dumbass wild Pokemon the whole time. We'll just go heal back and forth and just keep going in and out of that area fighting that one trainer. Mainly because we know that we can take her. Like, it's not a risk. Like, as long as that Tranquil stops critting me over and over again, I can actually pretty sustainably farm that area. But, you know, every time that he crits me with Air Cutter, it becomes more dangerous and I have to, like, use super potions and shit. Just waste of time and waste of money, really. I really would rather him just go down without a fight. Okay. I wonder if it's actually faster to fly back to town. Probably is, but I'm just gonna keep doing it this way for now. Yeah, I think this is fine. Soon enough, we'll probably put on the EXP share onto Cheryl and Winona, just so that the rest of the party levels up as well. Because right now, I still feel like it's not at the, you know, the escape velocity. It's not quite at the point where all these Pokemon can handle themselves without being healed for like multiple battles in a row. Like, you see, I still have to Super Potion them almost every fight. So we're gonna keep leveling them until that is no longer the case. Wait, why? Oh yeah, that's right, I have Zoro in, right. I forgot. Okay. So just remember that after you get hit there, make sure to click Snarl, not the other thing. How much does Snarl do? Quite a lot. Good job, Zoro. Yeah, see, it reset to Fury Swipes, this dumbass game. Okay, Snarl's no problem here. Good shit. Like, this experience gain is so great. I think, like, 2 Tranquils makes Zoro level up. Yeah, about that. Switch Pokemon, let's bring out Bambino. Yeah, so Zoro will also level up faster than everybody else, just because it's a gift Pokemon, it's from N. I don't think I can actually rename them. You're not allowed to rename Pokemon that were given to you, because, like, the original's trainer's wishes are the most sacred or something along those lines. I can try later, but probably, I think that is the case. Oh, okay, still not enough, eh? Oh well. Pursuit, no big deal. maybe instead of doing it the way that I've been currently doing it, I should try and I should leech seed it I should leech seed him before I start jump kicking him each time. That's probably actually better. We'll see. We'll see. Let's bring out Frank. Frank is the main player here, the main star of the show. I think Air Slash is the strongest move that I have to hit these things with. I'm pretty sure of that anyway. But with this new exploit found, not exploit, just like this piece of the game that has been revealed, this process is going to take a lot less time. Like you saw that each of those cottonies were giving me like 170 experience, something like that. These things are given like 700. Like it's actually like an incomparable amount of difference in efficiency. So it should go quite quick. Maybe my original estimate of 4 or 5 episodes was too high. Oh, good job. Well done. Well flinched. Oh, Frank, you beautiful, beautiful bastard. Well done. Well done indeed. Okay, let's see the Liepard. That cry is just so funny. Like, it sounds so stupid. Just I actually haven't been paying attention to what all the other cries have been sounding like, but that Liepard one, that struck a chord in me or something, man. I didn't like it. Okay, more than half, not bad. Sure, good stuff. Yeah, well done, Frank. See, Frank actually took down both of them without taking much damage at all. And that's kind of where like we want Frank to be at, since he's our highest level member. Level 30, good stuff, good stuff. Oh, Roost. Oh, that's so good. Is it better than Feather Dance? I think it's better than Feather Dance. We'll forget Feather Dance for now. Feather Dance is useful for sure. It's definitely not like a useless move, but the Roost I think will just help a lot in terms of saving me items. Like I won't need to use super potions and stuff like that because I can just Roost off the damage instead. So Frank should be able to grind this guy out, no problem then. So basically, like if he quick attacks me, I'm gonna Roost, and then I will just be able to fight these guys until I run out of PP, basically. At least that's my hope, that's my intention. He didn't evolve a level 30, unfortunately, but you know, it shouldn't be too much further from now. Okay, sure, attack, no big deal, no problem. Just give it a moment here. Yeah, good stuff. Air Cutter. Nice. That's the amount of damage that I like to see. He knows Roost, so I'm gonna Air Slash him down. I don't want Tranquil to Roost up and then for me to waste like even more PP trying to take him down. Oh, the amount of experience I get is still pretty similar too. It was like 740 something, now it's 700 something. Let's Roost up here. Alright. I think it's probably there isn't too much left to say about what we're gonna do. This is just gonna be the next few episodes. Probably let's think about what's been going on in my life recently. I'm preparing for the move to Australia still. I just got my visa approved. It was quite the arduous process. It's actually incredibly expensive. I think it cost me like $700-800 in total to try and get that done. Oh right, that's right. I mentioned that in a previous episode, I mentioned that I had to go see a doctor for this visa approval, and it was like a $180 appointment. I live in Canada, so most doctor appointments are covered by our healthcare, our MSP. That's what we call it. But this one is not, because it's a specific procedure that you're asking them to go through, and like this doctor, basically all he does is this visa checkup. On his website said he did like over 30,000 of them or something like that, and it was $180 for about 5 minutes of time. Just like rubbed me all over and then sent me on my way. And my buddy who was doing the same process with me, he was saying to me, he like turned to me and was just like, this is probably why going to medicine it's a good idea. Like of course it's an arduous process, and we're all doing it because it's our passion, it's what we want to do, but you can't really deny that sweet moolah is definitely a big part of what makes a career in medicine so attractive. Yeah. Well, okay, continue to fake me out, no big deal. Yeah, so the plan is that I'm going to head to Australia, to the University of Sydney, to study medicine for a while, for at least one semester, because of course I would rather come back to Vancouver to study. Number one, because it's literally a third of the cost, and number two, because once you graduate from medicine, you have to do residency, which basically means that you practice in a hospital as a doctor that is unlicensed. You do pretty much the same work, but you're always supervised by a senior practitioner, like a doctor who's been working for quite some time. And this is a necessary step in order to become licensed in North America, at least, and in Australia as well. But what happens is that in North America, they very, very rarely accept international students to do residency. Not rarely, but the percentage of students that are international versus in continent is very low. I believe it's like less than 10%. So if you can graduate from a North American school, then you can do residency in a North American hospital, which means that you'll be able to practice in North America much easier. If you do residency in a foreign country and you try and practice in North America, you have to do certain board exams. You have to do certain recertifications before you're allowed to fully practice as a doctor. So, of course, you want to avoid that if possible. And not only that, but even if you want to get into residency in North America, you first have to do a bunch of examinations that the North Americans don't have to do. So it's much, much preferred to study in North America if you plan on practicing in North America. Oh shit, I pressed the wrong button. So, like me being from Vancouver, of course I would rather, practice in Vancouver. It's close to home, my friends and family are all here. And to do that, it's mainly, well, I'm not even paying attention. What's going on right now? Will this kill me? This is not going to kill me, right? Yeah, good stuff, good stuff. So the Furious Swipes have been treating me really well recently. Yeah, so I would much rather come back and practice. So I actually applied to all the North American schools that were reasonable as well. My local university, University of British Columbia, as well as some other Canadian schools. Of course, your highest chance is going to be your in-province or like in-state if you're from the States. So I was banking on UBC trying to accept me. But because they work on a different cycle than the Australian schools, like my semester in Australia starts January 29th, the University of British Columbia won't actually get back to me until May for my final acceptance. So basically the whole point of what I was trying to say is that they got back to me to see if I was qualified for an interview, and they just got back to me last week, and luckily I managed to get one. So I'm going to be flying to Australia in January, and then I will be flying back immediately in February, the first week of February, to do an interview. And I'll be back for just one weekend, and then fly back to Australia and continue on my med school times. And if I manage to get accepted back to UBC in May, then I'm just going to drop out of my Australian university and come back. And of course, none of these credits are transferable because the international schools don't recognize each other. So I'm basically just going there and paying like a ton of money and dropping out and coming back. So, this is, of course, not the ideal circumstance, but because of various factors, this year is probably going to be the last year. This year I decided was the last year that I was going to apply. I tried last year as well and I wasn't accepted. So, yeah, so in order to guarantee me a spot in a school somewhere, me and my family decided that this was the course of action that we're going to take, where I go to Australia for one semester at the very least, and if I do get accepted in North America, then I just drop out and come back. So yeah, that's basically my current situation. My friend, who also is in the same boat as me, he also got accepted into Sydney and wanted to apply to North American schools as well. He actually just got the news that he was not invited to do an interview, which means that he's out of the running this year for UBC and all the other local schools. Which means that he's going to be stuck in Australia for quite a few years now, and he seems to be coping with it, just fine. Some of the things I'm looking forward to is, of course, the no tipping in Australia. I hate tipping. Like, tipping is just the worst feeling for me. Like I know that you're supposed to do it, and I hear that it originated because uh, wages in the States for service workers, like waitresses and barbers and stuff, were incredibly low. Like they don't get paid a flat salary, and it's expected that they earn their own tips. Like it's like the ultimate capitalism kind of thing, where if you're a good waiter or a waitress, you earn a lot of tips, and so you make more money than your fellow waiters, and your base salary is that therefore like less than minimum wage. And I heard from someone, I don't remember where, I heard somewhere that it's to the point where, are you fucking serious? 95% accurate? Come on, man. I heard it's to the point where some places actually charge you a fee for every table you serve, because it's expected that you keep all of the tips that you earn for that table. So if you don't tip, not only are they not making like a living wage for that table, but they're actually paying a premium for the privilege of paying you with the expectation that you're going to tip them. So, with that in mind, of course, then tipping is extremely important. In Canada, it works a little bit different. I don't even know if this is how it still is in the States, but that's just what I heard for why tipping came to be. But in Canada, it doesn't work that way at all. Like all the waiters and waitresses, they earn a flat base salary that's the same as everyone else. Like it's still the minimum wage. I believe minimum wage here is $10.35 an hour, something like that. And the tips are almost always split amongst all the staff. So like, the chefs and everything, they also earn a portion of the tips. Because here, it isn't really so much of a culture of the waitresses doing like an amazing job and therefore you tipping more. Like I don't know what other people tip here, but like I've always tipped 10 to 12%. Not, well, that's on the low side. 10 to 15%, like averaging around 12. And that's always been, I always thought that was fairly reasonable. Like I never really understood what the purpose of tipping was. So that's what I always I always put in. And so I was never very happy with the current system, because even if the waitress did like an exceptional job, well, actually whenever the waiter or waitress did an exceptional job, I'd usually leave like a slightly better tip. But on average, most waitresses and waiters are just like they're serviceable, like it's not like I was very, very happy with what they did, but I wasn't very, very upset either. And, I'm not generally a picky person when it comes to this sort of thing. So I always just felt like, standard 10-12% was pretty normal. But mainly the thing is that I just hate doing the math afterwards. Like it's not difficult math to do, but like I would like it so that when I see the menu, I know exactly how much I'm going to be paying without having this like extra step of like estimation and calculation. Also makes splitting bills like more difficult, because it's always going to be an awkward number and we're always going to be paying like a little bit extra, because if the total bill plus tip comes to like like $50.67 or something. Well, that's not true. Like maybe like $53.67 split between 5 people, right? Like we're definitely just gonna leave 55, even though that would mean it's an extremely generous tip, because like who is going to split it down to the very penny? No one's gonna do that shit, right? That's too anal for anybody, or not anybody. That's too anal for the group of people that I hang out with, and for me as well. So, like if the tip and tax were included in the prices already, and the bill came out to like an even 50 or 55, then splitting would be very, very easy, and it would just be like easier on everybody. Oh, I lost track of what I was trying to say. Is that in Australia they number one, not only don't tip, but they also include the price of tax, the cost of tax in all their prices. So whenever you look at a price tag, that's exactly what you're going to be paying. I believe that's how it is in Singapore as well. I was just in Singapore during the summer to visit my girlfriend's family, and their tax is very, very expensive, by the way. I believe it's like 19%, something along those lines. Am I gonna die here? Don't crit me. Don't crit me, please. Okay, thank goodness. I lost track of what I was doing there. I didn't roost, it was greedy. Yeah, so tax is really expensive there as well, and 19%, it would feel kind of bad to pay for something that's like $10 and then, not $10, let's say pay for something that's $50 and then end up paying, $60 for it. Is that even correct? Yeah, 60, right? Like 19% tax. You know, I guess that's pretty close to what we're already doing here. Yeah, I don't know. I guess that isn't really too valid. But basically, I just like knowing exactly how much I'm paying. Like, doing the math is not that cumbersome, but not doing the math is pretty sweet, you know? Okay, so with that whole ramble done, we're probably going to end the episode here. That's a good 25 minutes. Pretty good. We got Frank up to level 33. I'm pretty happy with where he's at right now. We will get him up to 35, so probably at the end of next episode, it'll be fully done. By the way, I forgot to mention this. You see this Liepard level 22, very close to the one that the trainer had, level 24, right? This thing actually gives me half the experience as what the trainer gives me. So trainer battles do give double experience in this generation. Because the other Liepard gives me like 800 something, this one gives me like 400 something. So I'm guessing it is double, because I don't think the scaling is to that extent, where like 2 levels would give me a 400 experience difference. Alright, so, once again, if you, as always, I should say, if you enjoyed the episode, please leave a like and comment. Always appreciate them, it'd help me out a lot. And, if you enjoyed, hope to see you again tomorrow. Bye.